Okay, here we go. This is D-Man. This is In My Opinion. This is the show where I break down and give you my opinion of all the sports topics that are going on right now. And I'm going to start with the Super Bowl. And I'm going to start with the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm going to say, what the hell? Are you kidding me? We got the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl? So all you Carolina fans, all you Carolina players ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You Philadelphia Eagles fan and you Philadelphia players ought to be ashamed of yourselves. What's next for the NFC? The Detroit Lions? Are the Lions going to the Super Bowl next year? Oh my God, this is embarrassing. But I'm going to break it down for you. First of all, congratulations to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm sitting in their backyard right now here in Glendale, Arizona, and I'm going to tell you the hype on the Cardinals is for real. Folks, it's for real. You got Larry Fitzgerald looking like Jesus in a football helmet on the field. It's just ridiculous. The team has been so hot in the last 3 games. It's just been absolutely phenomenal to watch them play. And you're sitting there. I was sitting there in amazement. Is this the Arizona Cardinals? Is this for real? The defense is flying to the ball. The offense is just crushing people, and all of a sudden now they got a running game. They haven't had a running game all year long, and they have a running game. So this team is playing on all, I should say hitting on all cylinders, flat out hitting on all cylinders. But they've been off for 2 weeks. And I think this 2-week layoff is going to cost them a Super Bowl. I think if they would have played last week, I think we would have saw something special, but this 2-week layoff is going to cost them big time. I think the pressure the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to get on them is going to absolutely bust them up, okay? Pressure will break a pipe. You're going to see pressure break down the Arizona Cardinals, okay? The type of pressure and with a little bit more heat behind it that the Philadelphia Eagles put on them in the second half. And we all know how that turned out except for that last drive. Somehow or another, the Cardinals stepped it up through the face of adversity and found a way to put that game away. Which, if you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's what hurt them. And you look at their losses, the teams they lost to, they were unable to control the football in the fourth quarter and be able to run that quarter out, and it cost them some games. New York Giants game comes to mind. They were just unable to run the football. Pittsburgh's got to be able to run the football and dominate that offensive defensive line, and they will win this game. I think Willie Parker's going to have a big game, okay? And I got Willie Parker as my MVP. I just can't see my man Ben Roethlisberger throwing that ball all over the field, especially with Hines Ward being hurt. So I think they're going to concentrate a little bit more on just stuffing the ball down the Arizona Cardinals' throat. And if you think about it, that's Pittsburgh Steelers football. That's what I've been preaching all season long. They just haven't proven that they can run the football. Dig that. The Arizona Cardinals got a running game, and the Pittsburgh Steelers haven't proven they can run the football all year long, even in the playoffs. So they're going to need to step up on the offensive line and dominate the Arizona Cardinals defensive line. If they don't do that, you may be shocked about what you see. Because I'm telling you, this Arizona Cardinals team has been playing well. The only thing that has me a little bit relaxed here is that they had that 2-week layoff, and that 2-week layoff could probably cool this team down because it's been red hot for the last 3 games. Now let's talk about this a little bit. This game reminds me of the Pittsburgh Steelers when the Pittsburgh Steelers started their first Super Bowl run against the Minnesota Vikings. Think back. Pittsburgh was a horrible, horrible team that just never, ever won anything. Sort of like the Arizona Cardinals now. They go up against the Minnesota Vikings, who's always found a way to get there, but just couldn't put them away. Just couldn't win the big game. Everybody thought, well, Minnesota's going to win this game. I mean, Pittsburgh Steelers are good. Maybe next year is their year, but Minnesota's going to win this game. But what happened? Pittsburgh walked up in there, smacked the Minnesota Vikings all around the field, and won the game and started their glory day run. Okay, just started the dynasty. So if you think back and you listen to the Pittsburgh Steelers players of old that were played in the game, the Terry Bradshaw, you know, it's always that first one that you always remember, and it's the one that makes you turn the corner. I'm going to tell you this. The one thing that scares me about this game is that it's the same thing on the Arizona Cardinals side. No one expected the Cardinals to be here. No one did. Arizona Cardinals are going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're a team of tradition. Okay, for goodness sakes, they got 5 Super Bowl rings. They've been to 6. So everybody's saying, hey, yeah, the Steelers are going to win this, Steelers are going to win this, the Steelers are going to win this. I'm sitting in Arizona, and I'm going to tell you guys something. Don't fall asleep. Because if you fall asleep against the Arizona Cardinals, they will take the game from you. And that's unlike the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals used to find a way to give games away. This team's not playing like that. This team will take it if you give it to them. If you want to give it to them, believe me, they have no problems of taking the game away from you. And they will feel good about it. Now, if they haven't already pat themselves on the back, I think you're going to see a good game. But if they had this 2-week layoff and they felt the need to sit back and relax and think about what they've accomplished, because they got all these rap songs out about them now. I mean, I think there's like 6 different rap songs about the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, the Chicago Bears only had 1. The Arizona Cardinals now have about 6. So if they haven't already sat back and pat themselves on the back and they're ready to play, I'm going to tell you something. That defense is hitting on all 4 cylinders. That offense is hitting on all 4 cylinders. The special team is hitting on all 4 cylinders. They're ready to play. They've proven that. But is this 2-week layoff going to hurt them? And the Pittsburgh Steelers need to come in with the mindset that we're going to take your heart right from the start and stuff the ball down your throat. If they do that, I think the Cardinals will fold. If they let the Cardinals stay in the game, watch out, because it could be embarrassing. The Pittsburgh Steelers fans, we could be looking like the Carolina Panthers fans. We could be looking like the Philadelphia Eagles fans. It could be embarrassing. And I'll tell you what, the NFL handing the Lombardi Trophy to the Arizona Cardinals, would that be embarrassing? I mean, as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and just losing the Super Bowl to the Cardinals, it would be embarrassing. So for me not to be embarrassed in my own hometown, because I don't want to be able, I want to be able to go outside and enjoy the rest of 2009. But if the Arizona Cardinals beat up on my Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of Steeler fans out here, it's going to be humbling and embarrassing. Now, there's one thing I can say about Arizona Cardinals fans. They're the nicest people in the world. They're the nicest people in the world. But if they get woken up by a Super Bowl victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers, they may just turn on us. And watch out, NFL. Watch out. It may get ugly, and it may get ugly in a hurry. So I'm telling you right now, I'm throwing the gauntlet down. Pittsburgh will step up because they have too much pride and they refuse to be embarrassed by any football team, and they'll win this game by 14 points. Otherwise, you're going to see a mass exodus that you've never seen before. It'll be like the Red Sea opening up all over again, and it'll be all Steeler fans heading back to Pittsburgh because we're not going to take it. I'm telling you. It's just not going to happen, and it won't go down well. So Pittsburgh Steelers, step up to the plate. Don't be like the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't be like the Carolina Panthers. Don't take this team lightly, because I'm going to tell you something. This team won't be ashamed to punch you in the mouth and take your Super Bowl ring. They will come back here, and they will talk mad cash shit. So don't put your fans through it. I got Pittsburgh winning by 14. Congratulations to the Arizona Cardinals. You know you have to start somewhere to get somewhere. Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They started against the Vikings. They've won 5 Super Bowls, going for 6. NFC's really not that tough. You've already proven you can beat some of these tough teams. All you got to do now is build on it. Congratulations. In my opinion, you had a great season, but it ends in Tampa Bay with you losing by 14 to my Pittsburgh Steelers. But anyways, in my opinion, that's the D-Man's opinion, and congratulations.